Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my fun new bronze summer nights look. And this look will be featuring some of my favorite products I like to use every day. And so if you like to create this beautiful look, then stay tuned and just keep on watching. Okay, let's get started. First things first, prime your eyes. I am using NARS Smudge-Proof Shadow Primer. And let's get that all over your entire eyelid. After blending, we're going to move on to the next step. To begin this look, I am going to begin with the base color. And the color I'm going to be using is a MAC paint pot, and this is called Blackground. I'm using this to create a dramatic background for this look. Using my MAC 242 brush, I'm going to grab a bit of Blackground and we're going to apply it to just the lid area of our eye. Continue to smudge the shadow out till it goes to your crease area of your eyelid like you see here. What I'm doing is taking my brush and kind of creating a slight wing, and then I'm going to take the back side of my brush and blend out. Grabbing more of Blackground, I'm going to take the tip of this 242 brush and I'm going to begin to smudge along the lower lash line. Once complete, your eye should look like this. It's going to look a little messy, and that is okay because we're going to build on top of this one. Now we're going to begin to create a transition tone for your crease area. And this color should be maybe a shade or two darker than your natural skin tone. The shade I'm going to be using is MAC Soft Brown, and I'm going to be applying it with a fluffy dome-shaped brush. Grabbing a bit of that powder, we're going to mainly apply it into the crease area of our eye, blending back and forth, just so it blends out the harsh edge of the Blackground paint pot we applied on first. Now we're going to blend that color slightly above the crease, just so we have a nice gradation to our brow bone area. So it should stop about right here if you need a point of reference. Once complete, your eye transition color should look just about like this. I'll probably say just about like this 20,000 times. Bear with me. Now we're going to move on to another transitional color just to warm up that crease area. The shadow I will be using is another MAC shadow, and this is called Brownscript. Now I have a fuller dome-shaped brush. This is a MAC 224 brush. I'm just going to take a bit of Brownscript onto the tip of this brush, and we are going to blend it in the outer corner of the eye and move our way up just so we have a nice warm transition. Once you're finished blending out our second transitional tone, we're going to continue to move on and blend and move on to the next step. Using one of my favorite highlight tones, I'm going to be using MAC Orb. It's a satiny highlight that's kind of a cream or vanilla tone. I'm taking my fluffy dome-shaped brush, and what I'm doing is patting out that color onto the brow bone area. And I'm going to also blend down over that transitional shade just so we have a smooth transition through each color. Once complete, your eye should look like this here. Now we're going to move on and create some depth and dimension using Sugarpill's Bulletproof Eyeshadow. I am going to opt to use a smaller dome-shaped brush because I don't want a big explosion of this color all over the place. So I'm going to grab my NARS number 12 brush, or any small dome-shaped brush you own would work. And what I'm going to begin to do is start to create a shading in the outer corner of my eye. So you can start making a line of demarcation in this area first, because we're going to blend it out with a fuller dome-shaped brush. And I'm going to also begin to shade in the inner corner of my eye. And what we're going to do is leave the space in the center open so that we can create that beautiful shimmery bronzed eye. Now I switch brushes. This has no shadow on it. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and start blending out that bulletproof shadow just so I can have a seamless transition. I'm going to blend out the inner corner of my eye. Using a smaller smoky liner brush, this is Sephora's number 24 brush, I'm taking a little bit more of the Sugarpill Bulletproof and I'm going to run that along the lower lash line to create a smoldering smoky eye. And don't worry about too much fallout because I'm going to go back and clean that out. So if you're doing a look like this, I highly recommend to do your eyeshadows first and then apply your foundation last. Now we're going to move on to adding a nice touch of bronze to this look. I will be using my Maybelline Color Tattoo, and the color is called Bad to the Bronze, and we're going to use this as a base for the shadow I'm going to use next. I am using my MAC 242 brush, and I like this one because the bristles are very firm and stiff, and they're easy to apply on cream-based shadows. And what I'm going to do is mainly apply this color just to the open space here in the center of my eye. And I recommend using a short patting motion and be very gentle with it too. You don't have to rub really hard because what'll happen, you'll be lifting up the shadow underneath it. So just lightly pat this on and keep it toward the center. So it should look about like this. Now we're going to move on to adding the almost the final touch. I'm going to be using a duo by NARS, and this duo is called Isolde. And I'm going to be using this darkest bronze tone in this palette. Now I'll be using an Old Sigma brush. This is their old numbering, the SS 239. But I'm going to use the flat brush and grabbing some of that tone here. And what I'm going to do is apply that right over that cream shadow. And reason for doing this is using that cream shadow is going to make this NARS eyeshadow pop with this eye look. And again, I'm just using a very light patting motion to get the color on and building up its intensity. Once complete, the eye should look like this, and I highly recommend going back and redefining that dark smoldering black along the outer portion of the eye. So I'm going to be grabbing a small dome-shaped brush, and I'm just going to lightly just blend out the shadow in the inner corner, just so we have a nice transition. And I'm going to also redefine the outer corner. And then I'm going to grab a fluffy dome-shaped brush and blend right around it. Whew! How many of you guys have allergies? Pick me. My eyes are killing me, but let's move on for the sake of beauty. Next, I am going to line my upper lash line, and I am totally loving the Covergirl, and I believe it's called Line Exact eyeliner. It's a liquid liner. I love this, you guys. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I posted pictures of this. I am liking this better than some of my department store liners. So, shout out to Covergirl. I'm going to go ahead and line out my upper lash line. And then the next thing I'm going to do is line my lower lash line. Obviously not with this here, Burn City. I am going to go ahead and use my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide Pencil, and the color is in 0. And then the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is add on my favorite lashes. I'm going to be using my Red Cherries number 43. And once I get those lashes on, I'll come out and show you the rest of my face. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this look I created. Hopefully you will wear them in your fun upcoming summer nights excursions out there. I know I'm going to be wearing this several times, but anyway, all the products I did use in this tutorial, it will be listed in the information box below. And I'll also post it on my blog, which is beautychameleon.com, where you'll have a picture and all the products I did use in this tutorial as well. Just to finish off the look, I decided to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Cream Foundation. For blush, I went ahead and used my NARS Taos. It's kind of like a bronzy brick red tone. For the lips, I used my Revlon, and this is number 65 Rosy Nude, because I didn't really want a big popping lip. And then for the gloss in the center, I went ahead and used my favorite. This is the NYX, and it's the gold. It's called Gold. Yeah, it's just called Gold. It's part of their Goddess of the Night collection. I don't know if they still make this one. This is kind of old. Need to purge, huh? But anyway, if you guys have any questions, also definitely rate, comment, subscribe. Definitely leave your comments below. And if there's some other things you'd like for me to do this summer for looks or anything, leave your comments and I'll be glad to do them for you. But until the next video, you guys stay well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!